Hey gang, as you can see in this game we've got Captain Insano playing the Tier 9 Premium Italian destroyer Paolo Emilio. Now the Paolo Emilio has, it rapidly achieved a form of infamy due to its ability to run straight at something, smoke, and continue to get closer and closer to you invisibly, torping you at point blank range. Now I have no idea whether we're going to see an example of that here in this game. I didn't get a whole lot of detail from Cap. He sent me the replay file, and beyond the fact that I know it's a good or interesting or both game, I don't really know any details whatsoever. So we're going to be enjoying this together. Taking a look at the lineup, there is a CV on either team. Parsifal, while at least on paper, at least in my opinion, maybe not the best CV in the game, always a threat just in terms of vision, if nothing else. A lot of destroyers in the game. Enemy team has 2 Fletchers, a Z46, a Yugumo, and a Z31. And that's matched up on the good guys team with a Fletcher, Jutland, Paolo Emilio, Yugumo, and Mahan. Now, you can see Cap was a little bit upset that the Mahan, rather than go center, stayed in spawn, crossed the entire map, and has created a situation where there will now be 3 destroyers in Alpha. I'm just reading the chat there. Mahan's reason for not going into Bravo was all the enemy radar. And rather than look at the lineup, he says he assumed in a Tier 9 match there would be radar. So, we've still got the Fletcher at Charlie, and we've got our hero here at Bravo, but he's facing off with a Lazo, which you can see on the minimap, the last known position. Cap may decide to give him Bravo in order to create a false sense of security. My guess is the Mahan player is just very inexperienced. There are a lot of newer players, even really at the highest tiers now. It's become so easy to. Is he gonna get? Yeah, he's got air spotted here. It's become so easy to. It's like the strikes on the York. To get experience now. So you've got a lot of relatively new players, and I mean, I'm playing a lot of tier 7, 8, 9, and 10, where I've regularly got people on the team or on the other team or both with 300 to 500 games under their belt total. Now, is there anything wrong? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Lazo is right behind Cap. There's nothing wrong with that. It just, it means it's difficult to be able to count on your teammates. There's always some variability in how people approach the game. But I think it's fair to say that generally, if your entire team is made up of people who have played, let's say, a minimum of 10,000 games, you can have, in my opinion, a higher degree of certainty that each of the players will know better how to maximize the advantages of whatever ship they're playing than somebody who has 400 or 500 games. Of course, there are exceptions. Some people are just unicum right out of the gate and just kind of have a natural flair for whatever game they're playing. But I think in general that is true. That's going to hurt. Yeah, Lazo landed a good shot there. But I think Lazo's probably in trouble here. As long as Cap can manage to avoid being proximity detected, he should be able to land these torpedoes. These torpedoes are reasonably fast. And you can see Cap is very close right now. And he's able to use this rolling smoke to, well, yeah, he's going to smash that Lazo. And the far reach talent is activated. Now the bad guys, well, they've lost 2 ships, but they do have, well, they had 2 caps. They're about to lose 1. So it really cost them to secure these caps. They just lost the Lazo. They had already lost the Fletcher over there at Charlie. Now the good guys, well, the York is really banged up. The Yugumo is really banged up, but Yugumo, as long as he stays back a little bit, can probably survive a long time unless the CV just decides, okay, that's the only target I'm going to focus on. And Yugumo has a 12-kilometer range torpedoes, so he doesn't have to get close enough to get shot. And Cap is going to secure Bravo. Yep, there we go. You can see the Mahan is warning the Jutland of his torpedoes. And if you look at the minimap, yeah, I'd be willing to bet. I'm not criticizing, making fun, or being an asshat, but I'm willing to bet that the Mahan player is a very inexperienced player. It's uncommon for a really experienced player. This is not that it never happens. It's uncommon for a really experienced player to, in the positions that you could have, that you could see there on the minimap, to be torping from behind a friendly destroyer where that could happen. Especially in a U.S. destroyer that can smoke and use its guns very effectively, especially with Jutland out there ahead of it, likely keeping everything spotted. Looks like Cap is sizing up. He gets detected by air. Cap is sizing up his next target. Does he go for Lion? Well, probably not now, because he's got aircraft there. They're going to keep spotting him. But Nagato, that's a big juicy target. And so is the Parseval. And you can see that our hero still has 4 smokes available. He's probably doing a little quick math in his head right here and wondering whether he can take out both of these guys. It will not surprise me in the least to see him try. Especially now that Parseval is getting banged up by gunfire. Lost sight of the Nagato there. He knows where he's at. If nothing else, he'll proxy spot him here in a second. There he is. And the second one a little behind, because he's probably going to turn out.
Rilasciata cortina fumogena.
And now, the focus switches to the Parseval. Down goes the Nagato. And as you can see here, the Paolo Emilio is pretty fast. He's running over 40 knots. He's got torpedoes to contend with here, but if he turns in, I don't think the torpedoes are going to have time to arm. He didn't, and they did. Turn out here. There's another torpedo strike coming. Oh, that's going to be it for the Parseval. The friendly CV knocks down all but 1,000 of the hit points. I need another. No, CV dropped too far back, and down he goes. So long, Warlock Pete. Nicely done, Cap. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is all over but the shouting. The good guys have a 2 cap to 1 lead. They have a 9 ship to 3 lead. largely on the back of Captain Insano, who has sunk 3 ships, accumulated over 90,000 damage, put 30 shells on target, landed 5 torpedoes, and solo capped Bravo. Nice. This is going to be over very quickly, so I'm going to say, Cap, great job. Really fun to watch. This ship is a blast to watch. Those of you joining me, thank you very much. I really appreciate you spending a little bit of time here. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know I did. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, I'd love to see them below. And I'll see you next time.
Sovralimentazione attivata. Generatore di fumo avviato. Sovralimentazione disattivata. Rilasciata cortina fumogena.
La nostra vittoria è vicina.
Corazzata nemica affondata.